Hi kiddos, it's Mrs. Colson. I thought that it would be fun to do another read aloud for you guys. This is one of my very favorite things to do with you guys in class, and I really miss it. I've actually started getting a lot of books, just ordering them because I don't have our classroom library, so I'm like, I need to have books at home now. So like I've said in the past, I've kind of started my own little home collection. So I thought it would be fun if I read another story. So the last story we read Triangle, and Triangle is written by Mac Barnett, and it's illustrated. It's written by both Mac Barnett and John Colson. So they both wrote this story. And remember, if you remember back in Triangle, it was a book about a triangle, and then it was also about Triangle's friend Square. Okay, so remember, Triangle went and he played a sneaky trick on Square. And I want you to think for just a second, and can you tell me what sneaky trick did Triangle play on Square? It had something involving a so if you remember, awesome. And if not, go back and re-listen to the story because it's a really fun one. And it's just really fun. And even fun to have in your own home library too. Wink, wink. So today we're going to read, not Triangle, we're going to read Square. So the story is called Square. And I don't think I even have to ask you a question, or even, you probably don't even need to give me the answer. What do you think that this story is about? I mean, really, we can't infer a lot just because there's a picture of a square on the front cover. But remember, in this one, Triangle plays a sneaky trick. So I wonder what's going to happen in Square. So are you guys ready? I'm ready. All right, here we go. So I love these pictures at the beginning where he's waving. Hi, guys. So this is Square, written by Mac Barnett and John Colson. This is Square. This is Square's secret cave. And even though the illustrations are somewhat simple, I really love the illustrations. They're really a lot of fun. So there's Square's secret cave. Every day, Square goes down into his cave and takes a block from the pile below the ground. So there's his steps leading down into a secret cave, and he goes over and he takes a block from his pile. He pushes the block up and out of the cave. There's his cave, and there's Square pushing it up. I wonder where he's going with it. I want you to think about that for a second. What do you think he's doing? What's he doing with that block? I wonder. He brings the block to the pile at the top of the hill. This is his work. So he pushes the block all the way up the hill and puts it in a pile. That's his work. One day while Square was doing his work, Circle floated by. There's Square doing his work, and there's Circle. Square, said Circle, you are a genius. I did not know you were a sculptor. Ah, yes, said Square. What is a sculptor? A sculptor shapes blocks into art, said Circle. Ah, yes, said Square. I see what you mean. But he did not really see what he meant. Why do you think Circle thought Square was a sculptor? That's kind of an interesting... Why do you think Circle would think Square was a sculptor. And remember, a sculptor shapes blocks into art. So, what does Circle think Square is doing? Kind of an interesting question. This is a wonderful sculpture, said Circle. It looks just like you. Square looked at his block. Yes, I suppose it is wonderful. Now, said Circle, you must do one of me. Oh, said Square, I will come back for it tomorrow. Goodbye, genius. Circle, said Square, I think I should tell you something. What do you think he's going to tell him? Do you think that, what would he tell Circle? Do you think that he can make the sculpture of Circle? But she was already gone. Oh, dear, 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 said Square. He studied the block. I have to make this block look like Circle, he said. Circle is perfect, so I must make this perfect. Square got to work shaping the block. Oh, crumbs, said Square. This is not perfect. Oh, dirt, said Square. This is much worse. He went back to work. So there he is starting his sculpture. He worked and worked and worked and worked. Oh no, what happened? His block is gone. Is there a circle in its place? Ah! Cried Square. He had carved the whole block away. There was nothing left. He was surrounded by rubble. Whatever is the opposite of perfect, that is what this is. I must stay up all night and figure this out. Square fell asleep. In the rainstorm. Poor Square. The next morning, Square woke up. He despaired. What have I done? I push blocks. I do not shape them. I am not a genius. Poor Square. How does he feel right now? And my next question to you is, do you feel like Circle wanted him to feel this way? Square is not feeling like he can complete the task that Circle has set for him. So how does that make Square feel? How is he feeling right now? Hello, genius. I am early. Oh dear, whispered Square. Are you finished? Asked Circle. Oh yes, said Square. I am finished. Circle peered down. Oh my, she said. What do you think she sees? It was beautiful. It was beguiling. It is perfect, said Circle. What does Circle see? She sees her reflection. Do you think that Square meant to build that? It is? asked Square. Yes, said Circle. You are a genius, said Circle. I like how Square's kind of looking at her like, we never really know how he's feeling. We can't really tell. All we see are his eyes, so we're not really sure how he feels. But was he really? Was he really a genius? The end. There's Circle and Square saying goodbye. All right, so that is the story of Square. So remember I told you that this book is a trilogy of stories. So we have Triangle, we have Square. So the next story is actually called Circle, and it is on its way. Hopefully I should get it within the next couple days, and when I do, then I will read that one aloud to you too, so you can know, so you can have heard all 3 stories. So I hope you enjoyed Square, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Bye.